I can do is I can point you in the direction, or I could point things out, but you have to put it together for yourself by developing your depth of consciousness, by recovering from stress and trauma. That's just the start. And it's a good place to start, because it's, for some of us, the only place to start. So, what we stated in that quantum physics observer effect in creating your reality is that we create our reality according to our level of consciousness. It's not just what we want to happen, what we affirm to happen, what we intend to happen, but deeper than that, the next level of creating your reality for yourself is you do it according to your level of consciousness. So you can listen to that video, but if you're angry, you're creating more anger for yourself. You can have the best intentions in the world, but still you're angry, or you're at that a shallower level of consciousness, a weaker level of consciousness. So that's what you bring more of to the world. That's what you create for yourself. And so that's the importance of deepening your level of consciousness. And at those depths of consciousness, where there's more awareness and clarity, there too are the attributes which correspond with that level of consciousness. And what's there at these deeper levels? Well, what have religions and spiritual traditions been teaching forever? Love, kindness, compassion, peace. And now I'm going to jump back to one of the things I said is one of the secrets is that what you defend against, you make real. Well, what you defend against, you probably have to defend yourself against it because you're weak. For example, at a weaker level of consciousness, where you're overcome by some stressful situation, you might have to do whatever you can do to protect yourself from that stressful situation, because you're in it. It's got you. And there's not much that you can do but to, in that case, maybe even fight or act out of the reptilian brain functions, where you attack, you strike, you're angry. And so what to do is basically to, after you've learned how to deepen your level of consciousness, you don't need to defend yourself. So at the weaker level of consciousness, you have to surround yourself with white light. And there's nothing the matter with that. But what if you could find out how to just have that light be there without using your limited mind from a weaker level of consciousness to project or to imagine or to affirm that that light is there. In effect, you could be that light. And so that principle of what you defend against, you make real, you find at the depth of all religions and traditions. I know in Christianity it says, resist not evil. Like if I had a hand here, and if I resisted that hand, there'd be a lot of energy expelled in the resistance of that opposition that's there. But at the deeper levels, there would be no attack. And if there was an attack, it wouldn't have hardly any effect on you. Now I just want to review a little bit. We talked about the psychic attack, and after so many years of not recovering from stress and trauma, and the tears, I always say it that way, the tears, be dramatic, tears in the fabric of our being, we become very weak, and then maybe that's all we can do is strike out to defend ourselves and surround yourself with white light or different amulets and different things, and at those deeper levels, well, that's what you have to do. So I mean, that's all you can do, so you have to do it, and that's fine. But we all have at our disposal now the what I call the teachings of the new spirituality. There's nothing new out there. It's all been there forever, because there is only that one power. But what's different now, and what we call new then, is that it's these deeper teachings, these secrets, can be available to anybody, no matter what your religion, what your tradition. You don't have to pay a lot of money for it. You could if you wanted to, but you have to be serious about your practice. You have to be serious about getting strong. For example, you can't run a marathon without practicing a lot and running a lot and training. And it's like that with extrasensory security. Now, there are people like me that can in extreme situations, help very much in getting your light body, your energy body, strong and whole again. But unless you do it for yourself also, it'll just go back to the way it was. So you know, there's that saying about, you know, you can give people fish or teach them how to fish. And I prefer to teach people how to fish. And so I am pointing to some secrets. Remember, you cannot tell a secret. You have to find that secret. Remember how I said in the very beginning, I am appearing in your consciousness. Where else would I be appearing? Everything is appearing in your consciousness. Absolutely everything. So I too am appearing in your consciousness. So we can do different spiritual practices. The ones that take you deepest are the ones that go beyond your limited conditioned mind, beyond thought and concepts, where you don't use your mind to surround yourself with light, for example, to make affirmations or declarations, or even on the weaker levels, intention. Now, intention is very important, and all these things are very important, but the idea is if you do them on that weaker level of consciousness, let's say if you're coming out of anger or a lot of fear, you create more of that for yourself. So there's a lot of work to be done, and I'm going to help by putting these videos up on the internet and available eventually on DVD. So I guess that's it for today. A few things I want to wrap up is emotions, stress, trauma are not necessarily bad things. They're bad when they control us. Take fear. Fear is bad when it controls you, when it immobilizes you, when it totally takes over. So let fear in anger, whatever the stress is, be your teacher at the deeper levels, and not your executioner at the grosser levels. And I think y'all can grasp that. The practicing of it is just something that you have to, in a sense, dedicate yourself to.